I'm going to assume Piper plays Choice Belt, but maybe Piper also doesn't play Choice Belt. We'll find out. Prize cards, nothing super important. Three draw supporters prize for Riley isn't great. One of the vacuums, not going to be a big deal. I don't think a huge deal overall. So Piper's going first. Charizard, attach, pass. Over to Riley, who has a much better start here. Quick ball away, and Archeops has a Lugia in the hand. So yeah, much better start here for Riley. Riley goes for here. Probably, maybe just going to thin something out, or maybe like prioritize Guru. Guru's always a good grab when you have an extra Pokemon search grab here. Also has a capture energy in hand, so could set up quite a few Pokemon. Oh, but it looks like it doesn't have a draw support in hand. I thought I saw a research, but it looks like I was wrong. No research in the hand, so going to go for the Luminion, probably for a research. And we'll see what the capture grabs off the Lugia. And even has the Evolution Incense in hand as well. So this might grab the Guru. And yeah, prioritizes Guru. We could see Guru put the Yveltal back in the deck, or we could just see Riley throw the Yveltal in play. I'm curious to see what... Actually, no, you probably want to put the Yveltal back in the deck here as Riley, because actually you don't... Actually, I would like to have seen Riley prioritize the Guru before we even get the Luminion, right? Because, like, what if Riley gets a draw supporter here? Then you're not using your Luminion, so I think that would be a waste. I prioritize the... No, you should Primate Wisdom the... Oh, Primate Wisdom's the Luminion and gets the research that I was talking about. Wait, doesn't even want to play this? I'm confused. Wait, what happened in this sequence? I feel like that's incorrect there from Riley. I think from Riley here, we could have gone Quick Ball for Guru first. Guru put Yveltal back into the deck. Luminion for research. But then if we get the research off the thing, then we just play the research. I don't know why Riley doesn't want to play the research here and set up further. Just like... see more cards. You could go bench Yveltal, but I guess if you bench Yveltal at this point, then you can't play down Luminion and get double... What's it called? But I don't know, that's fine then, I think. I don't know. But I think we should have Primate Wisdomed the... I think we should have Primate Wisdomed the Yveltal before anything else actually happened here from Riley. Like, that should have been... We should have gone Quick Ball for Yveltal. No, Quick Ball for Guru. No, Capture Energy for Guru. Bench Lugia, Capture Energy, get Guru. Guru, Primate Wisdom, the Yveltal on top of the deck. See what we get. If we get the research, cool. Evolution Incense, get another Archeops, play the research. Maybe wants to hold on to the Pumpkaboo because not quite sure exactly what build Piper's playing, which I guess is reasonable. But Riley also plays Double Vacuum, so you have other outs to Pat to the Peak if Piper plays Pat to the Peak. So I think that's what I like to have seen with Riley's. Capture, Guru, Yveltal, Guru, Yveltal. If we rip the research like we did, like Riley did, who knows if we would have done it in that same situation. And then play the Evolution Incense, get the Archeops, play the research. Yeah. I think that's the way Riley should have played it, I think. But now we see the pass, unless Riley, like, for some reason, thinks that they went first. Appreciate the 64-month resub there, gamer. All right. Piper did find a Lugia a turn late. And this also eliminates... This is another reason I really don't like this play from Riley. It eliminates the chance to have, like, an aggressive next turn, right? Like, Piper already had a really slow turn one. What if Piper just doesn't draw into... multiple Lugia next turn, and then if Riley plays the research the prior turn, maybe that research then leads to like a boss or Serena gust up lone Lugia, just kind of win the game from there, right? So yeah, I think it was definitely a mistake from Riley there. I think we should have been more aggressive, and I don't like the sequence of events where the Guru, with how the Guru played out there either. And not a huge fan of that play there, or that sequence there from Riley. I think that could have been better for sure. So Archeops grabbed here from Piper. Has the Raikou, so both players playing the Raikou. Gets the second Lugia down, which is great. I got that going for him. Then another Evolution Incense here. Now should have two Archeops in the discard pile. Goes and grabs another Archeops. So not safe the Evolution Incense for the VSTAR on the next turn is interesting. But I think Piper does have a energy to use Read the Wind. But now it doesn't have a guaranteed out to the VSTAR. Probably will draw one. You're just likely to draw them. The deck plays so many outs to the Pokemon. Ooh, does cost a powerful energy, and does have a Marnie in hand. So I don't know if I like this play from Piper here, to be honest. Now you're going to lose a powerful energy. And you're going to lose a powerful energy. And you had a Marnie in hand for next turn, and that Evolution Incense guaranteed you a VSTAR, so I don't know if I like that play there from Piper. All right, here comes the Evolution Incense from Riley. I'm going to grab an Archeops. I'm going to research it away here. And then maybe bench the Yveltal. We'll see. Probably bench the Yveltal here, I think, as Riley. We'll see, though. Anti-Marnie bait? I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess it does play around Marnie. I don't know. I would have just liked to have gone more aggressive. Almost researches away the Yveltal. Bench Yveltal, then research. 6, 7. Yeah, I'm doing to everything. Has the V-Star, has the energy for the active to retreat it. And can get this first knockout on this Lugia V. No problem. There's the V-Star power. Now, there is an opportunity for Raikou as soon as the next turn for Piper to kind of make some kind of a comeback here. Oh, no, because the Dunsparce is in play. That's unfortunate. No, but we could still see quite a bit of Raikou value from Piper actually coming up soon, though, actually. So I'm curious to see what energies Riley grabs here. Could go with like a capture to the active. Go with a V-Guard and a capture. Lugia. You definitely want the V-Guard there, I guess. Then another capture there. Okay, so a lot of captures on this Lugia. And then Aurora to the active here. This does open like a reasonable play for Piper to actually Gust KO and Archeops, to be honest. Because if you have like Gust KO Archeops here as Piper with the V-Guard energy, it would make it awkward for Riley to actually get a return KO. So I wouldn't hate to see that here from Piper, but I don't know if they have access to that kind of play. Also, just Choice Belt, knock out the active with Charizard is reasonable. Goodbye, Lugia. So the Charizard is pushed here from Piper. And did lose a powerful energy, so it's impossible to KO this V-Guard energy. Actually, no, it's not impossible. You can still go triple powerful plus Choice Belt. The Chops are out. But then the Yveltal would just respond to your Lugia. So as Piper here, you probably want to like KO this Lugia with... As Piper here, you want to KO this Lugia with the Charizard, and then you want to use Yveltal, or you want to use Raikou to clean up like Yveltal plus Dunsparce or Yveltal plus Guru or something. Prioritizing Guru here as Piper. And then here comes some Archeops. Double capture to the Charizard. Maybe it's just going to stop there. I wouldn't hate to see some energy start to get built up on the benched Lugia, though. Like, if Piper plays the V-Guard energy, just go grab that now and put it on your bench, Lugia V. I think generally when I see people play Lugia, they're just a little bit too scared to start building up energy in other places outside of their main attacker. And then you can start to get punished by just, like, whiffing because you draw too many cards, stuff like that. I'm not sure what Piper put on top there. I think it was the Raikou. I think Piper should just bench the Raikou there, though, to be honest. Also, like I said, once again, could have used the other Lugia to build up a little energy on... or the other Archeops to build a little energy on your Lugia. Here comes the capture to the Archeops. And it does have the Guru in play themselves, so the Raikou is a little bit of a threat here from Riley on the next turn. Like, Riley could go KO Archeops plus Guru. I did see the Manaphy in the deck there from Piper, so we could see the Manaphy grab here. Like I said, I wouldn't have hated to see the Raikou get benched, but you mentioned the Raikou, you definitely don't want to bench the Guru alongside it. This fails to capture, though. So we could definitely see some Raikou plays here from Riley. Has the boss, but not... has the boss, but not a way to find the Raikou. But it's just going to be a Charizard Punch, actually no KO as well. All right, second Archeops getting used here from Piper. Like I said, this should have been used, though. I think this should have been used... You should get the V-Guard here, though, too, right? What are you saving the V-Guard for? Oh, you can save it to put on your Yveltal or your Raikou. No, you can't put it on the Raikou. Oh, you could put it on the Raikou. So still, once again, saving the V-Guard energy. Although I don't hate it being on the Lugia. And then there's just a punch, 250. Yeah, I guess you could save the V-Guard energy. But yeah, once again, so I think the double turbo on the Lugia is fine. But you should have once again searched that. Piper should have searched that double turbo out before playing the Marnie. I guess I don't hate holding onto the V-Guard. You can do some weird things with V-Guard energy in this matchup. To like stop Lumini and return knockouts and shuffling back to the deck and stuff like that. So I don't hate it. But definitely should search out the double turbo ahead of time. I think maybe you should just bench the Raikou and then not bench Guru. I would like to have seen Piper bench the Raikou, but not bench the Guru, and then play the Marnie. Give yourself a higher chance of finding the Choice Belt. Because I think if you whiff here, if you whiff the Choice Belt here as Piper, I almost feel like you just lose. So I don't hate Piper trying to be a little bit more aggressive here. But maybe I'm wrong on that because of the Raikou play that could come up here. Riley is stacking this Yveltal, but this is actually opening up the Raikou play here for Piper. So maybe I'm just kind of wrong with that. And like getting the Charizard punch here is just kind of fine. Charizard punch, Riley knocks you out. And now Piper gets to go. Oh, there's the Gust KO, so it's gonna be the hard retreat. Okay, but Piper can still go Raikou and KO and draw 3 prize cards here. But Riley will only have 2 prize cards left with Charizard still around. So it still makes things tough actually for... This still is a tough spot for Piper here, I feel like. Yeah, Yveltal gets the knockout. We will have the response with the Raikou here from Piper. And it's something that maybe Riley didn't think about because they didn't see it, so maybe they would have played different. I don't know, there's not too much more. Riley could have KO'd the Raikou, I guess, if it was on the bench from Piper, so... But this is still a bad spot for Piper, as long as Riley can find it. And there's the Charizard. It was prize, I think, but now out of the prize cards. And I imagine this is where... Oh, actually, no, maybe I'm wrong. Piper is already loading up energy. Oh no, this is playing an Evolution Incense, so checking the energy. I thought Piper was using an Archeops here. I was like, there's no Raikou on the bench, so I guess it's just not happening. But I think we should see the Raikou now. So yeah, Raikou comes down. Gonna draw 3 prize cards here for Piper, but still, once again, still behind on the prize exchange. So I don't think this like really puts... and does go for the V-Guard energy. This does stop. Now you are... The thing is you're losing an energy here as Piper, so I don't know if Piper can afford to lose this energy. This does stop, like, Luminion knocking out the Raikou. It's not always relevant, but it might be relevant. It doesn't mean you go down 1 energy as well. So does Piper have enough energy to win this game is kind of a question. There's a Primate Wisdom into a Luminion, and then see the hard retreat. And Raikou is going to, yeah, knock out the Yveltal and knock out... Oh, the Guru, not the Lugia. Okay, interesting choice. From Piper. This, I don't know if I like that. That leaves Riley with 2 more energy to utilize to get a... I don't like that, I don't think. Because now, how do you win the game as Piper? How do you ever win the game as Piper, right? Because now... now Riley just goes double turbo, or just like 2 energy on the active knockout, and then Charizard knockout, and the game's over. And there's no way for Piper to like KO this. Like if Riley benches Charizard this turn, you can't KO the Lugia and the Charizard or something. I don't know. V-Guard stops Stoutland with 4 powerful for game. That's true. I didn't think about that. That is true. And I think Riley does have all 4 powerful left, so that actually would have been a viable... If there's all 4 powerful left, though, I feel like Riley just wins. There is all 4 powerful left, though, right? I'm pretty sure there is, yeah. Riley's in a pretty good spot here. Yeah, I don't know about not KOing the Lugia here as Piper. I feel like you kind of had to pressure the energy that Riley had in play. Yeah, the V-Guard makes sense as long as you have enough energy left on Piper's side, but I feel like you kind of had to pressure the Lugia here. Like, not pressuring the Lugia makes it feel like you're never winning as... It almost feels like you never win as Piper. Like, I just don't know how you ever win. Because here we even go. We see double turbo grab, and Riley's going to go ahead and probably grab an Aurora for the Charizard at the very least. May as well. Or the Heat. Why not? Sure. Yeah, I don't know. Now there's just 2 attackers set up. Maybe Piper was just going to hope that the Charizard was in the last couple prize cards. But even then, like, Lugia into Archeops was used the game. So I think Piper had to go after the Lugia there. Was there any reason Piper couldn't go after the Lugia? No, right? Piper could have KO'd it, right? Yeah. I don't know. I think I like that knockout there a little bit more. All right, Lugia knockout, Charizard set up on the bench. So Piper should just concede here, right? The Charizard's on the bench. Like, how do you ever win as Piper? Riley has 1 prize card. Riley KOs either the active... Yeah, all right. Picks it up. Yeah, definitely should have KO'd the... I think if you KO the Lugia there as Piper instead of the Guru, you have a chance. It's still a bad... You're still in a bad spot, but you have a chance. As opposed to this line from Piper, I don't think you really ever have a shot. It's always a bad spot, but... It's always a bad spot, but at least you have a shot. Guru prize here from Piper. Yveltal prize, probably the bigger of the prize cards here. The Guru isn't as big in the mirror match. You don't want to use it as much when you know your opponent has Raikou. If you know your opponent has Raikou, Guru's not as good. We didn't see any choice belt there from the double mana VSTAR. We didn't see any choice belt from Piper. I'm looking through the list now. It looks like Piper does play the choice belts, though. I see them in there, so there's probably at least 2. And that definitely gives like a slight edge to Piper. Riley does not play the choice belts. The choice belts aren't always super relevant in the mirror match, but they can be. So I definitely give Piper the slight edge overall. It allows Charizard to take 1 KOs on Lugia V-Stars. It allows Raikou to take 1 KOs on Lugia V-Stars. So yeah, definitely, Piper definitely has like the slight advantage. Not by a whole ton, though. There's the pass. Just holds the Charizard. Opening hand here for Riley. Not too sick. Has a Lugia, which is important. And when Piper has like a slow start like that, you don't really have to bench second Lugia V. You kind of just want to. And it looks like Riley is probably going to get pretty aggressive here about finding a Luminion, though. So going to grab the Archeops here off the Ultra Ball and then Quick Ball away the Archeops. Could have just gone for not getting the Archeops here, but getting the Archeops here seems pretty good. Pretty good. I think you probably want to get the Archeops here as Riley. And get in the discard pile. Because you could have gone Ultra Ball away. You could have gone Quick Ball away, Ultra Ball, and saved all 4 of your energy as well. But then you have 0 Archeops in the discard pile. Which starts to get a little bit sus. And goes for the Marnie. I'm curious to know exactly what Piper's hand was, but probably wasn't anything too ridiculous. Could have benched the Charizard as Piper. I wouldn't have hated to see that from Piper, to be honest, to bench the Charizard to play around and getting Marnie back to your deck. There are a lot of situations where you can use the Charizard pretty aggressively, to be honest. It doesn't want to be your first attacker, but like after that, like if you go Lugia, like Piper's only decent attacker into this Manaphy next turn could be Lugia. Ideally, you want to attack with Stoutland, but maybe you want to hold off on the Charizard then. Because if you want to go like Stoutland, double Archeops, plus you might need your own Luminion as Piper. Yeah. And there's the pass. All right. Evolution Incense. In the hand. So pretty good draw here, it looks like, from Piper. Going to be able to get both Archeops, and I think has a Serena or a Research even, which is even better. The Research would be even better. And they can look for Stoutland KO Manaphy to draw 2 prize cards, which is pretty cool. And then with the way the board state is currently for Piper, Piper can kind of win the game by going 2 prize, 2 prize, 2 prize, and never give Riley a chance to get ahead in the prize exchange ever, basically. And we'll have their own Manaphy on the bench to stop from any like Raikou shenanigans from happening. So I think Piper's in a pretty good spot. Yeah, there is a Research. So yeah, if we could see the Stoutland here, that would be perfect for Piper. And I think did draw the Stoutland, unless I'm tripping. If not, it's going to be a little awkward. Because then you're giving like Riley the kind of potential advantage in the prize exchange. Ooh, that hand is so many energy. I don't know. And that's not a Stoutland. There, I thought I maybe saw a Stoutland. I don't think there's a Stoutland there. So one play you could do here as Piper is you could attack with an Archeops, but you'd really have to like figure out how you think that. And I think Piper's gonna do it. You can attack with an Archeops here to take this KO, but then you have to be really like thinking ahead as to how this game is gonna play out, and you have to be super aggressive with your energy attachments and stuff, where you put all your energy in. Make sure you don't kind of misplace an energy. Because if you misplace an energy at this point as Piper, you could just lose the game instantly by misplacing 1 energy card. Because you're only going to have 1 Archeops to work with for the rest of the game. I do kind of like the idea. And this is why my favorite card in Lugia for the mirror match, the Snorlax, is so good. Because this is where you would attack with Snorlax if you could. Yeah, it's where you could attack with Snorlax. Stoutland would also be pretty good here as well, like I mentioned. But Snorlax is also a pretty good attacker here as well. And the Snorlax can be a little bit better because it makes it awkward for him to respond to Snorlax. But gonna go with the Archeops. And like I said, like try to load up as much energy in play as soon as possible. Maximize your attachments. You only have 1 Archeops from here on out as Piper. But if you're having stuff like if you're attacking with stuff like Yveltal and stuff, not a ton of great options for Riley. Riley can't really ignore those attackers. All right. So Riley sent up the Luminion. If Riley does have a boss here, Riley could KO the Yveltal off the bench, which is okay. Going with a capture, but might just be pivoting into something. I don't know if Riley plays the Snorlax or not. See what Riley grabs here. This is also another great turn for Snorlax for Riley, actually. If Riley has to play a draw supporter, I don't think Riley plays the Snorlax though. But this would be a great turn for Riley to attack with Snorlax. I don't think Riley plays the Snorlax though. I could be wrong on that. I actually played against Riley round 1. I don't remember. Thinking about Guru. Guru's a little bit interesting here because Piper still has the Raikou. Goes for second Lugia. Okay. So a lot of 2-prize Pokemon in play for Riley here. Which is generally something you want to avoid. But Riley feels like the only way to go about this one is to put that second Lugia. I don't know if I agree with that second Lugia in play there from Riley, to be honest. Chops are out. So Riley will be attacking with Lugia this turn. Could attack with Charizard, actually, but probably won't be. I'm not sure I like the V-Guard. Actually, that's kind of weird from Riley. I don't know if I like this V-Guard energy here from Riley. Maybe save it for the next Lugia. But I guess, like, if you don't put the V-Guard energy in play, then Piper's going to KO this Lugia with Lugia. If you put the V-Guard energy in play, then Piper KOs this Lugia with Yveltal. That's actually, like, interesting. That's interesting how that kind of develops. Yeah, if you put the V-Guard in play right now, Piper's going to attack with Yveltal, probably. If you don't put it in play, then Piper probably doesn't attack with Yveltal and just attacks with Lugia VSTAR. Interesting. Once again, Lax would be great here, but no Lax from Riley. All right, so yeah, gonna go with the Yveltal send up immediately from Piper. Has the V-Guard, so makes sense. Gonna be a little bit easier of a knockout here. First Archeops happening is thinking about getting the V-Guard energy. This is a really cool play you can do. Actually, you can attach the V-Guard energy to the Yveltal, and then that means it can't be looped. Ooh, but goes for the double Aurora instead. I think we could have gone with the V-Guard here though. Decides to save the V-Guard. So you can put the V-Guard on the Yveltal here, which means then you can't get Luminioned by Riley. Riley can't use Luminion to KO the... Riley can't use the Luminion to KO the Yveltal. So I think it's actually a mistake here from Piper, because you could have done the play. I don't know. This means Piper wants to save the V-Guard energy for the Lugia, but Riley has... I don't know if Piper knows if Riley doesn't play Choice Belt. Piper might. Piper might. I guess that also means Piper's behind the energy attachment as well there. So yeah, maybe I don't hate that play, because currently I think Piper is just winning the game. Yveltal needs 2 rainbows. Yeah, but Piper could have gone rainbow. Piper has an Aurora in hand, so she could have gone attach Aurora from hand, plus get Aurora, plus what's it called, and stopped Illuminating going back to the deck. And Riley's going to end up using another Luminion anyways. It's not that big of a deal because there's always going to be like an extra 2 pressure on the bench. But that means... No, I guess that's... Well, it does mean... What is Riley going to send up here? Riley probably sends up an Archeops here. Yeah, most likely. Yeah, Piper still could have done it. It just would have ended with 1 less energy in play. But I think this might be on track for Piper to win the game anyways. So this probably makes the most sense, to be honest. This is like on track for Piper to win. You just don't get like... I don't know, like the cheesy play through the V-Guard energy. Yeah, and I assume Riley will be Luminion into an Archeops here. We'll see. Nothing too great in the hand there for Riley. Shuffles in, yep, run to the Archeops. Lugia sent up here from Piper. Has the quick ball, so can go for a KO on the benched. I don't know. Do you go for the benched Lugia here? You could also go for the Charizard, right? You could also go for the Charizard. Piper had an Aurora in hand, so Piper could have searched out V-Guard plus Aurora from deck and then attached Aurora from hand. Goes for the boss on the Charizard. Okay, no. Lugia, okay. But wait, doesn't get the V-Guard energy. Isn't that the time to get the V-Guard energy instead of the capture energy, probably? Wait, what if Piper had gone V-Guard energy? Okay, hold up. What if Piper had gone V-Guard energy plus KO Charizard? That seems pretty good. You do get KO'd by Yveltal. Well, actually, no, that would set it up pretty bad, actually. No, it makes way more sense, actually. I thought I was like, oh, yeah, that seems pretty good. But no, actually, this play is better, for sure. This play is 100% better. V-Guard to Luminion. Okay. Yeah, because now you're down to 1 prize card. Because otherwise, if you KO Charizard, then Riley could attack with Yveltal. And then that's another 1 prizer you have to go through. So no, this makes more sense. I thought that might have been the time for the... Alright, Riley just scoops. Where was Riley's Yveltal? Oh, Riley prized the Yveltal, didn't he? It was in like the last 2 as well. That's right, Riley prized Yveltal. Okay. Yveltal prize once again for Riley. And so is the Raikou. Yveltal's in the first 2. Stoutland's gone as well, which can be like a nice Pokemon to use in those early weird situations where people like open Manaphy's or Dunsparces or something. But alright, Riley's going to be going first once again. And seems to have a pretty good start here. Has the turn with Lugia. So be off to the races on the next turn. Going to grab Lugia V here and go from there. That's right. Riley's Yveltal is prized. And Riley doesn't play Choice Belt, so the Charizard could never KO the Lugia. Although it might have been worth it for Riley to fake digging for Choice Belt there. To like make Piper think that Riley plays Choice Belt. Up to this point, maybe Piper just thinks that Riley doesn't play Choice Belt. But if you could fake it, if you pretend you're like going to dig for Choice Belt, you're like, oh, and you whiff, then I don't know, maybe. Might be worth it. Goes with double turbo active. Interesting. Thought we would see the double turbo to the bench there from Riley. And then Aurora to the active. Or maybe even just discard the Aurora and hope to draw a capture. Alright, Ultra Ball from Piper, getting rid of Lost Vacuum, which is dead in the matchup, and getting rid of an Archeops, eyeing up a Luminion. I'm not sure what the rest of the hand is. So it looks like Luminion for research, or debating grabbing an Archeops. So I'm very curious as to know what the rest of the hand is. Quick Ball away the Archeops. Okay. So this does mean Piper is not guaranteed a second Lugia. So Riley possibly next turn could just go knock out low Lugia and probably walk away with this, or run away with this game. Can I say I whiffed Choice Belt before scooping? I don't think so, but I don't actually know for sure. I wouldn't. You could like play out your whole turn, do all your actions, and just be like, never lucky. I can see it. I'll go to game 2. You can always hit him with the never lucky. All right, research here, but like I said, Piper is not guaranteed, and did not get a second Lugia V-Star. I think you have to retreat here as Piper to the Dunsparce. Oh wait, actually I think that might be an Ultra Ball in the hand. All right, there's the retreat. Safe for now. And I don't think Riley has Gust KO. Aurora to the bench. This was interesting. This was interesting to me from Riley. Like, why not double turbo to the bench, Aurora to the active? Well, I guess that means you need more powerfuls, I guess, right? Okay, I guess that's true. If you put a double turbo on your Lugia, you need more powerfuls for it to actually KO a different Lugia. I think on this turn, Riley is just going to look for the Stoutland knockout, right? Or you could KO with Luminion now at this point as well, to be honest. I guess it depends how aggressive you want to be, right? Oh, but the Stoutland is prized for Riley here. So Riley can't Stoutland knockout. Even if he'd like to. And maybe that's what he's looking for here, and now realizing, unlucky. So now I think we are going to see the Luminion knockout here from Riley, and maybe send up something like a Manaphy. But goes for the Guru. So he might be sending up Guru here. All right. Yeah, so pretty unfortunate for Riley to be able to attack Luminion, get out of play. But I guess no matter what, you're going to be ahead as Riley here. Like, if Piper didn't retreat to the Dunsparce... Actually, the more I think about it, I don't like that double turbo on the active Luminion. Because what if Piper had retreated to a Guru? Right? If Piper had retreated to Guru here, the Luminion couldn't take the knockout then all of a sudden. The more I think about it, the less I like this double turbo on this Luminion. I don't know how much more I like it on the Lugia, potentially, but I don't like it on the Luminion. That's for sure. Maybe you just go like, yeah, I don't know. The more I think about it, the less I like it. But yeah, let's see what we're setting up here as Riley. Do you also want to burn all of your Pokemon search cards here? Looks like he's thinking about keeping an Ultra Ball. Gets rid of another Aurora. Does play a Hiding and a Heat, though. And now is going for this Manaphy. I don't know if Riley should have got the Guru. I don't really like the Guru grab there from Riley. I don't think that was like that great. I guess it was like okay. I'm not like a huge fan. Unfortunately, the V-Guard energy is in the hand and can't load that up on your Lugia, even though you'd like to. But you have, if you don't load up any energy here and Piper has Boss KO Archeops, I think you're in trouble here as Riley. Okay, now we see Guru the V-Guard back. Okay, and now we're going to see the second Archeops for sure. Okay, okay. Yeah, if Riley didn't grab any other energy here, then it definitely opens up an opportunity for Piper to Boss KO. V-Guard. I wouldn't hate to see one powerful come down, maybe. But I guess no powerful is like fine. All right, there's a knockout. Send up the Manaphy. Chilling. Manaphy going down, though, on the next turn. I mean, that's just going to let Piper... I guess it just lets Piper go... Luminian KO Manaphy back. Man, Lugia and Mirror matches, they're terrible. Yeah, now you get to go Luminian KO the Manaphy back. All right, that's fine. Now you got to send up a chump to the active here for Piper, but you don't want to send up something too chumpy because then that opens up the Stoutland play. You need like a mid chump. You need the Guru. Guru's like the best send up here, I guess, because it burns all of your opponent's powerful energy if they want to KO it. If they want to KO it with Stoutland. They could KO it with something else, obviously, but... Alright, Ultra Ball, Archeops, and Lugia VSTAR biting the dust. And... Is that Stoutland? Alright, so Piper's going for Stoutland. The one thing with this play is it leaves your Luminian in play as Piper. If you go to put Luminian back in the deck, then Riley needs 5 prize cards with 1 2-prizer in play. But now Riley needs 5 prize cards with 3 2-prizers in play. So I don't think I like this play from Piper. I feel like you get to play the game a little bit more. And you get to KO the Manaphy to look for like a Raikou play as Piper if you Luminian KO the Manaphy and then run to a 1-prize Pokemon. So I think I like that a little bit more here from Piper. I don't like this play as much, to be honest, because I feel like this is just like giving Riley the game. You're just like, okay, Riley, as long as you just draw mid for the rest of the game, you win. But if Piper does the Luminian play, KO the Manaphy, send up their own chump for the turn, like ideally a Guru, I feel like you get to play the game a little bit more as Piper. So I'm not a huge fan of this. I'm not a huge fan of this play from Piper. Because now Riley can just like turbo rush through the game and just be like, okay, well, now it's just KO 2-prize or KO 2-prize or KO 2. Like they just go back and forth, KO and 2-prize Pokemon. Like, which favors Riley in the end because Riley will be ahead on the prize exchange and only has 1 2-prizer in play, whereas Piper now has 3. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this line here from Piper. I feel like you open up more plays for you to like try, like you're always going to be at a disadvantage in the situation, but I feel like you open up more opportunities to get ahead if you go for the shuffle Luminian back to the deck play. I don't know. We'll see. I assume Piper here on the next turn is going to be looking for the Yveltal play to try and KO this Lugia. Maybe has the return Lugia knockout, but that V-Guard energy is going to make things annoying for sure. Two captures grabbed off the first Archeops. Riley doesn't even use the second Archeops. Kind of feels like another scenario where potentially Piper could boss KO Archeops. Maybe. Probably not. Maybe I'm overthinking that. I'm always thinking about boss KO Archeops in Mirror, but I feel like it doesn't happen quite as much as I want it to, or I think it does. There's an Ultra Ball in hand, so can go get like another basic to throw on the bench here. Could also just bench the Stoutland. Doesn't have a pivot set up, though. That's kind of awkward for Riley. I feel like Riley should put an energy in place somewhere here. Like either use the second Archeops to search out an energy or something like that. All right, Luminian send up now for Piper to pivot into something, I assume. because it does have the capture energy on it. Or, yeah, you're always going to be looking to pivot. If you're always attacking with Lugia here, it makes it a little bit awkward to have sent up the Luminion because you could have just sent up the Lugia. But I'm sure Piper's going to try and play for the Yveltal play. I forget if Piper prized Yveltal. I don't think so. I don't know if I'm going to like find their prize cards. No, I don't think Piper did prize Yveltal. All right, Serena for 4. There's a capture. There's a quick. So Yveltal should be possible here. But once again, Piper still has 2 prize Pokemon in play. So now on Riley's side, Riley can go KO Yveltal and then Gust KO a 2 prize Pokemon, or Gust KO a 2 prize Pokemon and then KO a 1 prize Pokemon afterwards, or just KO another 2 prize Pokemon because you got like Yveltal and Charizard still for Riley. So I feel like Riley has a ton of options here on how to close this one out, to be honest. I feel like Riley's in a pretty good spot. Yeah, the trade goes like more heavily in Riley's favor here, it feels like. With Dog, 2 with Raikou. KO Lugs. 2 with Dog, 2 with Raikou. Oh, that's true. But it looks like Piper does not have that play. It depends on what Piper's hand was, I guess, as well. But yeah, that play was not possible. Yeah, Piper could have done that, right? Dog, KO2. And then KO2 with Raikou. Yeah, that would have been possible. That is true. There's a Guru Grab. But we see the Yveltal now. So no, I guess it is still possible, though, right? No, it's not possible anymore. You can't use Yveltal and Raikou. No, it's not possible, Mello. Oh, no, it is possible, because she could use Charizard. Okay, with Lugia, then Raikou. Well, no, you can't use Yveltal and Raikou in the same game. I don't think Piper plays enough energy to do that. Actually, I should take that back. It is possible to do that, but not every list can do that. I don't know if Piper's list can do that. I don't know if Piper can go Yveltal and Raikou after this, but I guess it is possible. That is true. Also, Piper filled up their bench pretty aggressively here, so like the chance of having Gust plus Boss seems pretty low. Riley had the Raikou. The Raikou here to KO Yveltal plus snipe the Lugia. I didn't hate, to be honest, because that opens up a lot of attackers to KO the Lugia afterwards. I wonder what Riley's even going to grab here off this Ultra Ball. Yeah, the Raikou play here was actually decent, I think, right? Raikou KO Yveltal, put damage on Lugia. So Lugia has 160 HP left, so you could even use an Archeops at that point, because I think there's still a decent amount of powerful energy left for Riley. Yeah, I kind of like attacking with Raikou there, as long as you have the energy left. Oh, he didn't have enough? Okay, okay. So instead, going with the Charizard attack, it looks like. Too powerful active. Yveltal to the bench. Archeops number 2, going for Aurora. Or maybe attacking with Archeops this turn. Okay, so going to load up Yveltal and attack with Archeops. Riley is a little vulnerable to Raikou here, but like I said, I don't think Piper can use Raikou here. But I guess that was a prize trade that Piper could have done. Would be, yeah, 2 with Stoutland, 2 with Raikou. Oh, the KO on the Luminion with the Archeops. Okay, that's a pretty good play here. That's a knockout. Bench is loaded up. See, I don't think Piper has a play here anymore then. No, Piper could go Lugia KO Yveltal. Lugia KO Yveltal, I think, is Piper's only play here. Yeah, I think if Piper has Lugia KO Yveltal, and then Riley does not have Boss, but needs a Boss, can Piper get to a Boss? It might just be off the Primate Wisdom. It'd be a pretty pretty good Primate Wisdom. Let's see. No Boss in hand currently. Here comes the Wisdom. I think that was a research. Yveltal knockout. Yveltal gets sent up, so it should be a dub here for Riley. Could even just attach that Aurora energy to the Charizard and just win the game. Aurora and Heat. There we go. And that'll also do it. Yveltal knockout Yveltal and game. Okay, yeah, I mean, I think it all comes back to that turn where Piper knocked out the Manaphy with Stoutland. And I guess there was a line there, right? Like, Piper, this is the turn right here. So Piper knocks out the Manaphy with Stoutland. And it depends on what Piper's hand is here. So Piper could have, instead of getting Stoutland here, could have got something else and then just go Luminion, KO Manaphy, load up some energy on Lugia, run to like some chump. Instead, Piper goes Stoutland, KO Manaphy. Now this does open it up, so then Piper can go knock out Lugia, and then Raikou knock out Archeops, knock out Guru. So then Piper would win the game first, to be honest. That does open up that play where Piper would win the game first. But then you like, it depends on what the hand is. There's only a 3-card hand there for Piper, and like that's like a lot of cards to follow up on without ever playing a draw supporter potentially. So I'm not sure. With Guru on bench and Manaphy down, she could also Raikou for 3 or no belt on her list. Oh no, she does. You know, Piper does play the belt. That's true as well. If Riley does attack with the Lugia, you could go. But that would just be a mistake from Riley to attack with Lugia, right? I think Riley never attacks. That's not true though. Riley might have to attack with Lugia. Actually, I take that back. I think Riley does attack with Lugia from here, right? And then if Piper does have, yeah. So if Piper ever actually has the Raikou belt here, then Piper would probably just win. But Piper did not have a good follow up. So actually, no. To be honest, the more I think about it, I actually don't hate the Stoutland play. Yeah, I guess there was a route there where it was pretty reasonable. And yeah, and then Riley did attack with Lugia, so that does make it so that if Piper just has Raikou, what's it called here? You just win. Yeah, Piper just has that here, then Piper would have just won the game. So maybe the Stoutland does make sense. Maybe the Stoutland does make sense actually. I guess Riley could have benched a Dunsparce this turn though. Riley could have benched Dunsparce this turn, and that would have thrown things off a little bit. Yeah, the Dunsparce coming down this turn would have made things a little bit weird, actually, for sure.